Perfect sound that moves us and elevates us. Experience what it sounds like when perfect sound is set free. Meet Sonos. Perfect sound now goes wherever you go. Discover Sonos today.
Hello?
Hello, is that Anders?
Yes, it's me here.
Hi, great. You ready to start?
Yeah, do your thing.
Okay. Firstly, thanks, Anders, for taking this call. D.S. Balsara is alongside me here in London.
Okay, good evening to you there.
Anders, you are aware that I've conducted interviews with everyone, including yourself, to give me an insight into the basis workings and the events on the night that Andrew Fairfield died. Now listen, since completing these interviews, D.S. Balsara and I, we've been going through them in detail, and we have identified a number of inconsistencies. So because of these inconsistencies, we now need to re-interview you and a number of the other base members. I can also disclose to you now that I am treating the death of Dr. Fairfield as murder, and therefore this interview will be conducted under caution to ensure you're fully aware of your rights. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
So listen, before D.S. Balsara goes on to explain the caution to you, you need to know you're not under arrest, and you can end this call at any time if you choose to do so. You're entitled to free legal advice, both prior to and during this interview, and Keone also has a lawyer who can act on your behalf if you wish, or you can use a lawyer of your own choice, or if none of these are suitable, I can obtain a legal advisor from a list of independent lawyers who offer their services here in this country. Do you wish to have a lawyer present or speak with one before we start this interview?
No, I don't need a lawyer.
You don't want to contact one before we move on?
No, I'm good. You know, I've watched enough true crime to know that I don't need one.
Right, yeah. Also, you've declined your right to a translator, is that correct?
Yeah, I think I can handle it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Right then. Please be aware that you can ask for a lawyer at any time during this interview, okay?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hand you over to D.S. Balsara now.
Hi, I'm D.S. Naveen Balsara. The police caution is that you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention something when questioned, which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. This is the caution we use in England, which is the agreed legal jurisdiction for this investigation. The caution means you do not have to say anything to any question that I or DCI McAllister ask of you. Should you decide to remain silent, and then, if you are charged and this matter goes to trial, you then give an account which you did not give in this interview, then the court can make an inference from your silence. They can basically ask why you did not say that during the interview.
Oh, that's fascinating. Yes, I understand.
Okay, I know it's fascinating, but it's also very official, and I know it can seem like a lot, but the truth is that these rights are here to protect you, Anders, and to ensure that you're aware of what's going on. Now, I need to ask you about these inconsistencies we've identified in people's accounts. And I want you to know that I am keeping a completely open mind about whether they're innocent mistakes or whether someone is actually trying to make false claims. And look, I have got matters I need to cover in this chat, but it is a two-way conversation. And I want you to know you can bring up absolutely anything you think is relevant. In fact, that's important to me. You can bring it up at any point. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
Great.
For the recording, can you please confirm your full name?
Anders Sørensen.
Are you still okay with Anders?
Yeah. Anders doesn't seem to exist here at Bowers Wilson.
Okay, and is anyone else present with you at this time?
Nobody else, it's just me.
Thanks. To confirm, the time is 0:03 on the 27th of June, 2023.
So, Anders, taking you back to the events of the 21st of June, the night Andrew Fairfield was murdered, could you please state again your movements that night?
Yeah. From where do you want me to? From which point?
Just from the dinner, if you will.
Well, this has not changed at all since I spoke to you. We ate dinner. It was the midwinter solstice party. There was drinking, some food, music, and then near the end of that dinner, some arguments broke out. I wasn't involved in those arguments, but they were difficult not to overhear. Do you want me to go over who was involved in that again?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
What happened once those arguments subsided?
Well, I'm not so sure that they entirely subsided. There was a lot of tension in the air. But Drew went off. Don't know to where, but he left.
Yeah, and can you remember what time that was?
I said 9 p.m., didn't I?
And you still think it's 9 p.m., do you?
Sure, yeah.
What made you think it was 9 p.m., Anders?
But that, it just felt about right. Kind of drew a line between the evening. This is going to sound strange, but I have a feeling for time. It's like when I'm running, I know exactly how long a 2-hour run is. I don't even need to look at my watch. I sort of feel time.
But you couldn't say that it was 9 p.m. exactly. I mean, you didn't check the time.
No, I couldn't say exactly, but it would be close to that.
Okay. And then what happened after Drew left?
Afterwards, well, we got stuck into drinking again, and that was it. We joked about, told stories like we always do when we get going, and but that was us, settled in, really, until Johan and Matteo brought Drew back to the base.
During your first interview with me on the 26th of June, you mentioned that you left the room a number of times during the evening.
Yeah, I was drinking over a number of hours, so I went to the bathroom.
Do you know how often you went to the bathroom, Anders?
I don't remember exactly.
I think during our last interview you said you went about once an hour?
Once an hour? Yeah, I suppose that sounds about right.
I do need you to be as precise as you can, Anders. We're trying to make everyone's evening add up here. You understand?
Yeah, I understand, but I just can't say for sure. I mean, it's not something you log, Sorry about that.
Did you pass anyone on your way to the bathroom?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember passing anyone or maybe, no, not even speaking to anyone.
Is it unusual for the corridors to be so quiet?
Well, that really depends on the time of day, I guess, and also what is going on.
Yeah, but during a party, wouldn't people be moving about, socialising, hanging out, that kind of thing?
Well, people overall, I think, were settling into what they were doing by that part of the night. I mean, the main party was over for many, not for us, but I mean, others had gone to bed. Some had gone to watch a movie.
Mm-hmm. When you were away from the room, did you pass anyone from your drinking group, maybe?
No. I would remember that because we would have, spoken some words, shared a joke or something.
And did you stop to do anything else on the way to the bathroom?
No.
Was anyone else in the bathroom when you went in?
Like who? I mean, pretty sure there wasn't.
What makes you pretty sure?
Well, I simply don't remember seeing or hearing anyone.
Right. Whilst you were drinking, did anyone in your drinking group leave the canteen at all?
Yeah, of course. A few minutes here and there, maybe.
Yeah, as I say, can you try and be as precise as possible here?
Yes, detective, but can you tell me when you went to the bathroom today, at exactly what time you did?
That isn't relative.
No, but it is. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but merely, I'm merely saying that, we do things like this every day, all the time, these little things, but we don't remember them, do we?
Anders, can you remember how long Greg Fortin was gone for?
Greg? I mean, each time?
Yeah.
Jesus, no, I don't know. The length of time it would have taken to get to the bathroom and back?
Yeah, and how long is that, would you say, in your opinion?
4 or 5 minutes. 10 minutes maximum. I mean, look, it never crossed my mind that people had gone to do something else. Nobody was gone for long enough.
What about Christoph?
Christoph? Well, I'd have to say the same.
Christoph told me in his first interview that he went to the bathroom about every 30 minutes.
Okay. I mean, maybe the kid has a small bladder. I didn't notice.
Okay, what about Jack Anderson?
Nobody was gone long enough to take Drew to that crevasse. It's a good hike.
A good hike? I mean,
Yeah.
how far away would you say it was? What is a good hike?
Well, in good weather, 30 minutes for me. Maybe longer for those who aren't that used to walking that distance.
And have you walked to that crevasse often?
No, I haven't walked there often.
Mm-hmm. When was the last time you went? Anders, when was the last time you went?
I went a few days ago.
You went to the crevasse a few days ago? Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah. It was on Sunday.
Aren't you on lockdown on the base there?
I know, yes, we are.
So what made you go there?
Look, I shouldn't have.
Okay, so what were your reasons for going, Anders? Can you tell me?
I don't know. What do you call it? Like morbid curiosity.
Right. And how did you know where it was exactly?
Johan and Matteo, they said where it was. And it's a place we know about. You know, we need to be aware of these things because they can be dangerous.
Does anyone else know that you went off base, Anders?
I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone saw me.
But did you tell anyone? Did you take anyone with you?
No.
Are you worried about how this looks to me, Anders?
I don't know. It's natural to want to know what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. But there's been a murder and the base is on lockdown for security reasons. Do you not worry about breaking protocol?
I didn't interact with anyone and I was safe, so...
But were you not concerned about repercussions?
No, it's only a Keone rule. You know, they wrote that rule book and we're sticking to it in spirit.
Did it occur to you, though, that it might look a little bit suspicious? You going to the crevasse, like you're retracing your steps?
No, I don't see why anyone would think that.
Oh?
No, listen, I just wanted to see how long it took to get to the crevasse and back. I wanted to see how long it would take for someone.
Anders, could you explain to me why that was so important to you?
Yeah, I wanted to see it for myself. I don't know. Look, I'm interested in what you do. You know, I'm interested in these true crime things.
Right, and you'd call that what? A morbid curiosity? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, look, maybe that was the wrong word. Okay, I mean, I shouldn't have left the base.
Yeah, well, of course.
No, I admit that I shouldn't have left. Okay, but I did.
Well, of course, and as you know, I would advise you to follow protocol for your own safety and others too. Do you know if anyone else left the base?
No, not that I know of.
So everybody else is following the rules, Anders?
I guess.
Okay, so now I'm wondering how do you think they'd feel, knowing that you'd left the base to walk the route the killer took?
Not good, probably. But for me, it just makes no sense to keep us all locked down together when there's a murder amongst the group.
So, what would you do? What would you suggest?
Well, let people go outside. Get some fresh air before somebody else goes completely crazy. You know, we've just been locked in. It's a, what do you call it? Like these pressure boilers.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, I'm sure Keone have their reasons. Anders, can you just talk to me a bit more about your fascination with true crime?
Yeah, I mean, I like podcasts and TV shows, just like a lot of people.
Yeah, does seem like it's everywhere these days.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose you've listened to a ton of stories where the killer goes back to the scene afterwards, right? I often wonder, why do they do that? Why do you think they do that, Anders?
I mean, see what the police are doing or see the people who knew the victim?
Mm-hmm. What, to try and get a head start over the police?
Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe, you know, to feel closer to the crime, bring it all up again, the experience, you know, I don't know.
Is that what you're doing, Anders?
No, of course not.
What, you're not trying to recreate a true crime story?
No. This happened to a friend of mine. You have to understand that It's not a story. I know the difference. I know I told you that it will make a good podcast, but I just needed to see it for myself. I have no disposition or motive to kill Drew. None at all.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think does have a motive then, Anders?
That's a loaded question.
You must have a theory about who killed Drew.
No, not really. But I can tell you that none of the people drinking with me could have done it.
Yeah, have you discussed your alibis with each other?
No.
But have you spoken about the case with them at all?
Not more than just, gossip. Everyone is keeping their distance now. You don't know who you could be talking to.
Well, so if it's just gossip, how can you say for sure that it's not one of your drinking buddies?
Because they did not have enough time to make it to the crevasse and back. We are not the person you're looking for.
Look, to be precise, and this will help me, Anders, how long did it take you to get there?
I had it in my sights in 25 minutes or so, but I didn't quite make it all the way. The weather was turning very quickly. It can do that here. And, I didn't want to get caught in a storm. I hadn't signed out, obviously, so I turned back.
Yeah, but you consider yourself an outdoorsy kind of person, no?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, good at hiking outside in the cold, braving the elements, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm very good at that. I do it.
So you probably would have been quicker than most people out there, right?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, that's probably true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can we just go back to the night in the canteen for a second? I'm going to ask just once more, Anders. I really do need to be sure about this. Can you remember anything about who went, when, how long?
As I've said, many times now, I don't. And why does it matter who or when if it was just for a minute or so? I mean, they couldn't have gone anywhere.
Yeah, look, it all matters. Did you look at your watch at any point?
I don't think so. Don't remember doing it.
What about when you heard the commotion of Matteo and Johan returning? You didn't check your watch then?
No. I mean, I don't really check my watch. Some days I don't even put it on. I don't need to.
Yeah, but it is usual for people to check the time over the course of the night, right? I mean, to see how late they're going, how much they're drinking, etc., etc.
Yeah, but you see, time isn't a thing that we think about here. And my body is on its own timer. It's a feeling.
Yeah, but you do remember Drew leaving around 9 p.m. feeling or not, right?
Look, I just said that he left around then. That's all.
Yeah, think really hard here, Anders.
I am thinking. No, I think about that night a lot. But honestly, I remember very little about the details. I was drinking a lot and trying just to relax for a bit,
Anders, would you say you often don't remember things when you get drunk?
I don't remember things in detail. I mean, not completely,
Okay.
Listen, I'm sorry. I wish I could be more helpful to you. But I can't just make things up that I don't remember.
No one's asking you to make things up, Anders.
No, I know, but you're asking about tiny details, and it wouldn't be right. I could mess something up by guessing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Look, thanks for trying.
I can hear that you're a bit disappointed, and I'm really sorry, but I want to help. I want to help solve this if I can.
Yeah. No, thanks, Anders. I think that's good for me for now. Naveen, anything from you?
No, Mum.
Okay, so I think we're going to stop there, Anders. Listen, if you do have any theories you want to share with me later on, you will come back to me, right?
Yes, I will. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thanks.
End of interview with Anders Sorensen. The time is 0:18 on the 27th of June, 2023.
Go ad-free and get the full experience. Visit coldtapes.com now.